Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon. I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Prajwal. Then what about others? Gautam Shetty replied. Then what about others? Charan, Nihad, Sharwari, Sambram, Sumant, Sajun, Manish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I start the class? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
today onwards, at the end, I will ask question. Okay, question is nothing but whatever I discuss in the class, same question I will ask. Please concentrate. Okay, just concentrate. Is nothing but basic question I will ask. Based on that, I will give the attendance. Okay, it is not for me, so it is for you. Why? Because I am taking a class for your benefit. Okay, so that please concentrate. Okay, please concentrate. Okay, so till now we already covered the basic definition of forming process. We are handling fourth module of mcf. I already shared the notes. Notes is nothing but textbook scanned copy. I already shared in the group Google Classroom. Still some of the students are not joined. Okay, still some of the students are not joined. So please join. Okay, and inform to everyone to join the Google Classroom. I already shared the material. Okay, so please go through it. Okay, please go through it. And if you found any difficulty in that, please contact me. Okay, please contact me. So very simple subject, scoring subject also. Please concentrate now itself, then no need of reading in the home itself. Okay, so two more topics we already covered. One is what? Forging. Okay, so forging, different types of forging, and the tools which are used for forging, everything we already discussed. And rolling process also we already discussed in the last few classes. From last few classes we already discussed. So today's class will discuss about drawing process as well as extrusion process. So this completes your fourth module. Okay, so drawing as well as extrusion process, two topic is remaining. That is very simple. So drawing portion I already covered in the last class itself. So today once again I will briefly explain about drawing operation. Next we'll see about extrusion. So this completes your fourth module, so please concentrate. Okay, understood, right? Okay, so this PPT is visible, right? PPT is visible, right?
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay, so drawing operation, drawing. Okay, so drawing is a metal working process. So here pulling action take place. So metal is passed in between the dies. Okay, die is a pre-described shape of one standard. Okay, so that standard is used to give shape to the metal. Okay, so pulling force is applying to the material, and that pulling force, because of that pulling force, metal is passed in between the dies. Metal is passed in between the dies, and required thickness of material you will get at the end. Okay, so this is mainly used to produce bar, tube, and wire drawing process. Okay, wire we can produce with the help of drawing process. Okay, so and the metal will be stretched, so tensile force is applying. So tensile force is nothing but elongation of the material. Elongation of the material is nothing but tensile force. Then less force is enough to deform the metal. Okay, so during the tensile force, so less force is enough to deform the metal. Okay, so that is drawing operation. That is nothing but drawing operation. Okay, so heated metal is passed in between the dies heated metal is passed in between the dies, and because of that die opening, so metal is come outside. So along with that, we are applying pulling force. Pulling is nothing but tensile force, so that easily metal will be deformed, and required thickness or shape of the metal will be come outside from the drawing process. So this is bar drawing process. So bar drawing process, here you can observe die. Here lower die is stationary, upper die is we can move upward as well as downward based on the requirement, based on the thickness requirement you can move this upper die upward as well as downward direction. Okay, then heated metal. So initially metal is heated in a furnace, then that heated metal is passed through this die. So this is connected to some of the devices for which is acting pulling forces. Okay, applying pulling forces to the metal, and because of that apply pulling forces, metal is squeezed out from this die, and required thickness of material you will get at the end. So that is called as bar drawing process. So carriage, this is called as carriage. Carriage will applying, so carriage will helps to put pulling force to the metal, pulling force to the metal. Because of that carrying, metal will be moving from right side to left side. So required thickness of rod you will get at the end. Initial diameter of the rod is this much, and when the this material is passed through this die, at the end this much thickness it will reduces. So this 50 along 50 mm diameter thickness to 10 mm diameter thickness we can reduce with the help of this bar drawing process. Bar drawing process, understood, right? So carriage is a device which is used to apply pulling forces to the metal, pulling forces to the metal. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so in your exam also you can write in your own words. Okay, you can write in your own words, but the theory behind should be correct. Okay, so write in point wise, same as whatever step you followed in EME, same way you should follow here also. So you should write in point wise. Okay, so next one is tube drawing process. Okay, tube drawing process. Tube is nothing but it is similar to that of it is nothing but pipe, PVC pipe and all. We can produce with the help of drawing process. Tube drawing process we can produce with the help of drawing process. So here we are using mandrel. Okay, mandrel is mainly used to produce the hollow part. Hollow part is nothing but center is vacant for some other work. Okay, so initial diameter, this is called as initial diameter. So in tube drawing process there are two types of mandrel we can use. One is fixed mandrel, second one is floating plug. Okay, floating plug. Fixed mandrel is nothing but this rod is connected to stationary devices. Okay, stationary part. Okay, this rod is connected to stationary part. So this mandrel place is fixed. This mandrel is placed is fixed, and workpiece. So then remaining process is similar. The lower part of the die is stationary. Upper part we can move upward as well as downward direction based on the thickness requirement. Based on the thickness requirement, you can move this upper die the upward as well as downward direction. Then heated metal. Heated this tube is passed through this die, and you will get the required thickness of metal. Okay, you will get the required thickness of tube process, tube part. Okay, so this is called as hollow part. So thickness is only this much. So we can reduce or increase the thickness based on which type of mandrel you are used here. Based on which type of mandrel used here. So based on that you can changes the dimension. So here next one is what happened, floating plug. So floating plug, there is no connection to the stationary part, so there is no rod here. So this is second type of tube drawing process. So any doubt here? So very simple, this process is mainly used to produce tubes. Okay, so you can reduce the thickness based on the mandrel design. Okay, based on mandrel design you can set the thickness of a tube workpiece. Okay, so any doubt? Tube drawing process. Any doubt? No doubt? Tell me.
No, sir, no.
No, sir.
Okay.
Today we will discuss about tube drawing with the help of a mandrel.
This video
We have a
audible, right?
with a opening
No, sir.
Sir.
Huh?
and a mandrel.
Voice is audible, right?
No,
Volume
sir.
is low, sir.
No.
Very less volume.
Okay.
Sir.
Today we will discuss about tube drawing with the help of a mandrel. We have a die with a opening and a mandrel. On mandrel we have a larger tube diameter which will be drawn into tube. There will be a pulling force which will pull this tube from this die, and when the pulling force pull this tube to this die, mandrel will restrict the shape of the tube to the.
So understood, right? Process understood, right? So with the help of mandrel, the metal will be moving from left side to right side, and you will get the required thickness of pipe. Okay, so that is called as tube drawing process. Next one is wire drawing process. So continuously here number of dies are using continuously. So that die is mainly used to reduce the thickness of the workpiece. At the end you will get very thin wire. At the end you will get the very thin wire. So this process is called as wire drawing process. Okay, so initially that material thickness is around 5 mm. At the end the material thickness becomes 1 mm. So continuously the thickness of metal will be reduces with the help of dies. Okay, so when the metal is passed through this die, that thickness of metal will be decreases with the help of dies. So this is called as wire drawing process. Wire drawing process. This drum is just act as a support for this wire. Okay, so continuously movement, right? So that it will just giving support to the wire. So this is a wire drawing process. So any doubt in wire drawing process? Wire drawing process? Any doubt?
No.
Okay. So next one is variable of drawing process. So variable of drawing process is nothing but radius on punch. So draw radius on die, draw speed. So draws radius on punch is nothing but, so punch radius is important. Why? Because it is required for at the end of end thickness. It is dependent on the end thickness of the workpiece. So radius, very big radius of the punch is nothing but you will get a very thin size of metal at the end. Okay, so punch is nothing but die shape. Okay, punch is nothing but die shape. So bigger radius is nothing but you will get very thin shape. So this bigger radius is mainly used for wire drawing process. Wire drawing process. Next, draw radius on the die. Okay, draw radius on the die. So that is similar as above. And draw speed. So draw speed. So very slow speed drawing process is nothing but you will get high accuracy. Higher speed of drawing process is nothing but very low accuracy you will get. Okay, so it's nothing but finishing it should be higher, right? So higher speed is nothing but low finishing. Okay, lower speed is nothing but higher finishing. So it is inversely proportional. Speed is inversely proportional to the accuracy of the metal. Okay, next, cracking load. So cracking load. So what is that cracking load? So so initially metal is heated, then it is passes through the die. So during that time, so lot of pressure will be developed. Okay, lot of pressure will be developed. So because of during that time, so if more load is applied to the metal, then crack will happens in the metal. That is called as cracking load. So that cracking load you can avoid, so by heating that metal to a proper temperature. Okay, so red hot condition, then that stress will not happens in the metal, so cracking load will not occurs. Okay, cracking load will not occurs in the metal. So how to avoid cracking load? So cracking load we can avoid with the help of proper heating. So if you supply proper heating to the metal, you can avoid that cracking load in the metal. Okay, so next one is die clearance. Die clearance. So die clearance is based on the thickness requirement. Okay, so higher thickness requirement is nothing but you can give more clearance between the dies. So less thickness of metal required at the end is nothing but less clearance is enough. Next one is proper lubricants you should supply. So otherwise during drawing operation, lot of heat will be generated, so that proper lubricant should be supplied in between the drawing operation. Okay, so material to be drawn. So higher ductility and lower ductility, two varieties of material will be there, right? So higher ductility is nothing but, so more strong die should be there. Otherwise why? Because for higher ductility material, more power is required to deform the metal. Okay, so lower ductility metal is nothing but less load is enough to deform the metal. Okay, so two varieties of material to be drawn, you can drawn. So blank holder pressure, so holding pressure. So holding pressure should be high for higher ductility, low for lower ductility material. So these are the variables of drawing process. This is not so important, just for the information I have explained. Okay, so next, defects in drawing process. So first one is internal crack and surface crack. Internal crack formation in the material is due to the presence of impurity inside. So because of impurity present, so internal crack will occurs. And surface crack formation is due to improper drawing parameter like temperature, lubricant. So proper temperature should be maintained in the workpiece, or proper lubricants should be supplied during the operation. So then you can come out from the surface crack as well as internal crack. Okay, so before drawing operation, you should clean the metal properly. So remove the impurity parts present in the metal. So that is called as internal crack will occur with the help of with the presence of impurity. So surface crack will form because of the temperature should be drawing parameter like temperature, lubricant should be maintained properly. Because of that, surface crack will occurs. Next one is scratches and die marks. These are very common defect in drawn product. These are due to the variation in the die and lack of effective lubricants. So proper lubricant should be supplied during the operation. Otherwise, scratches or die mark will be formed in the metal. So that you can supply proper lubrication during the operation. Next one is the residual stresses. So proper heating should be there in the metal, otherwise stress will be developed in the workpiece. So because of that stress, metal will be deformed, uneven deformation take place, and it sometimes that drawing metal may fracture happens. So proper heating should be there. Okay, proper temperature, proper heating should be there in the metal before drawing operation to avoid residual stresses. Okay, these are the defect in drawing process. Okay, defects in drawing process. So internal crack and surface crack, scratches and die marks, and residual stresses. So this is difference between drawing and extrusion. Any doubt? So difference between drawing and extrusion process. So please go through it. And extrusion. So and now I will explain what is extrusion. So what is that? Everything I will explain. Okay. Extrusion is a bulk forming process. It is also one of the forming process in which the work metal is forced or compressed to flow through a die hole. Okay, die hole to produce a desired cross section shape. Okay, is nothing but in drawing process we are applying pulling force to the metal, but here pushing force we are applying to the metal. That is the main difference between drawing as well as extrusion. So we are applying pressure with the help of ram. So applying pushing force to the metal. Based on that pushing force, metal will be squeezed outside. It is like a squeezing toothpaste. So we are applying pressure to the toothpaste, this one. So because of that pushing force, that will be squeezing out, paste will be squeezing out. Okay, like that in the from the tube. So that is good example for extrusion. Okay, next, what is the advantages? Variety of shape we can produce with the help of extrusion process, especially using hot extrusion. So grain structure and strength property are enhances in cold and warm extrusion. Okay, so these are extrusion types of extrusion. Okay, these are the different types of extrusion process: direct extrusion, indirect extrusion, hot extrusion, cold extrusion, warm extrusion, impact extrusion, and hydrostatic extrusion. What happened? Okay, so direct extrusion is nothing but we are applying direct force to the metal. Initially, metal is heated in a furnace, that is called as billet. That billet is placed in a container, then applying pressure with the help of ram. Because of that applying pressure, that metal will be squeezed out from the die. Okay, so that is called as direct extrusion. Next one is indirect extrusion. Indirect is nothing but, so we are applying pressure to the metal. Because of that apply pressure, metal will be moving in opposite direction of the ram. Okay, opposite direction of the ram. That is called as indirect extrusion. That is called as indirect extrusion. Next one is hot extrusion. Hot extrusion is nothing but metal is heated beyond the recrystallization temperature. Then metal is applying pressure with the help of ram. Then metal will be moving outside. Jagat, Jagat, please mute your voice. Okay. So hot extrusion is nothing but metal is heated beyond the recrystallization temperature. Cold extrusion is nothing but metal is cooled below the recrystallization temperature. Warm extrusion is nothing but initially metal is heated in a furnace, then allow it to solidifies. That is called as ingot or billet. Then that we can perform this extrusion process. Okay, next one is impact extrusion. Impact is nothing but impact force is applying to the metal. Because of that, metal will be squeezed outside from the die. Okay, next one is hydrostatic extrusion. That is nothing but we indirectly are applying pressure to the workpiece. Okay, with the help of liquid. Okay, with the help of liquid we are applying pressure to the workpiece. So that is called as hydrostatic extrusion. So here direct extrusion, this is called as direct extrusion. Understood, right? The different types.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is direct extrusion. Metal is this is called as die opening, and this is a container, and this is ram. Okay, this is ram, this is container, and the die opening, this is die and die opening. So this is the required thickness of workpiece, and initially metal is heated in a furnace to a required temperature. Then that is called as billet. That heated metal is placed in a container. That heated metal is placed in a container, then applying pressure with the help of ram. Then you will get that metal will be squeezed outside from this gap, and you will get the required final shape of workpiece. Okay, you will get final shape of workpiece. That is called as direct extrusion process. That is called as direct extrusion process. So same thing, in this shape you can produce with the help of direct extrusion process. Initially metal is heated. That heated metal is called as billet. That billet is placed in a container, then applying pressure with the help of ram. So here die opening is there. So with the help of this die opening, metal is squeezed outside from this die opening. You will get the final shape of workpiece. Final shape of workpiece. This is called as direct extrusion process. Next one is indirect extrusion process. Okay, next
Sir,
is
in this heated metal is called billet.
yes, it is also called as ingot. Same thing.
In-
Okay, so ingot or billet. So it is placed inside the container, then applying pressure with the help of ram, you will get the required shape of workpiece. So indirect extrusion. Okay, indirect extrusion is nothing but, so in previous one, ram movement and finished workpiece movement in same direction. Okay, this is finished part of work, and this is the ram movement part. So ram movement as well as finished work part is moving in same direction from left to right. Okay, so indirect extrusion process, can you tell me here how ram is moving and how a finished product will be moving? Can you tell me, anyone?
ram is moving in opposite direction.
Okay, so good. So indirect extrusion, ram is moving from left side to right side, but finished product is moving from right side to left side, right side to left side. So opposite direction. So it is called as indirect extrusion process. Indirect extrusion process. Here initially a heated metal is placed in a container, but here die opening is there in the same place of ram movement. Okay, same place in the ram movement. Ram is also having opening. Ram is also having opening. So in that place, that metal is squeezed outside, and ram movement moving from left side to right side, and the finished product is moving from right side to left side. Okay, so this process is called as indirect extrusion process. So this process is mainly used for producing hollow part. Hollow part we can produce here. This is the actual rod shape we can produce. Okay, so here we are using hollow type of ram. Or one more way we can produce, that is nothing but hollow part. So here, so less the diameter ram we are using, and along with there is no requirement of die here. So ram is moving from left side to right side. Because of that, metal is squeezed outside in opposite direction. Metal is squeezed out in opposite direction, and you will get the hollow part. Hollow part is nothing but pipe part, tube part. Okay, so you can produce with the help of this indirect extrusion process. Indirect extrusion process. Next, hot extrusion and cold extrusion. So I already mentioned hot extrusion is nothing but the metal is heated beyond the recrystallization temperature. So then hot extrusion is the required less of force to deform the metal, but in cold extrusion more force is required to deform the metal. Why? Because that is in cold condition, so more force is required. So in hot extrusion process, less force is enough to deform the metal. But oxidation problem may occurs in a hot extrusion process compared to cold extrusion process. Next one is impact extrusion process. Impact extrusion process. So here also different type is there in impact extrusion process. So forward extrusion as well as backward extrusion. Forward extrusion, so this is punch, and this is die. So punch is moving here in the downward direction, and what happened, material, so material will be squeezed outside. Okay, so this is called as forward extrusion. It is same as direct extrusion process. Okay, so applying pressure with the help
Sir,
of punch. Tell me.
this metal is in liquid state or it is in semi-solid state?
Solid state, red hot condition.
Oh,
Liquid state, it is not possible. Okay, so all forming process will be occurs in hot forming process, warm forming process, as well as cold forming process. Hot forming is nothing but red hot condition. Cold forming process is nothing but normal condition. Metal is directly used forming operation. Warm forming process is nothing but initially metal is heated in a furnace, then alloy it to solidifies, so then you can use for forming operation. That is called as warm forming operation. Okay, so these are the two varieties. So there is no all material are in solid state only. So this is extrusion process. Extrusion, two types is there: forward extrusion as well as backward extrusion. Forward extrusion is also called is nothing but direct extrusion process. Backward extrusion is nothing but indirect extrusion process. Forward extrusion, so what happened? So here punch we are using instead of ram. Okay, instead of ram we are using punch. So punch is having desired shape. Okay, punch is having desired shape, so we are applying pressure with the help of punch. Based on this pressure, metal will be deformed. Okay, metal will be deformed. You will get the extruded part. You will get the extruded part. That is called as impact force is applying to the metal. Because of that impact force, metal will be formed take place. Okay, so that is called as impact extrusion, forward extrusion process. Next, backward extrusion process. So here backward extrusion process is nothing but indirect extrusion process. Here punch as well as metal will be moving in opposite direction. Punch as well as metal is moving in opposite direction. So here punch is moving in downward direction, metal will be moving in upward direction. So here cup shape you can produce with the help of this backward extrusion process. Okay, so this is the two varieties of impact extrusion process. Any doubt in impact extrusion process? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So next, last one is hydrostatic extrusion. So hydrostatic extrusion process, this is the last topic in your in this module. Okay, so here hydrostatic, hydro is nothing but what?
Water.
Okay, hydro is nothing but liquid. Okay, liquid, not
Liquid.
water.
Fluid.
Liquid. Okay, fluid is nothing but it may be air or this one liquid. So hydro is nothing but liquid, and pneumatic is nothing but this one air. Okay, so that is pneumatic. This is hydraulic. Hydraulic is nothing but liquid. So here liquid is using here. Okay, and ram is applying pressure to the liquid. So here there is no contact between ram as well as metal directly. Okay, so here there is no direct contact between ram as well as metal. So why? Because if it is direct contact, then due to the metal is initially heated in a furnace, right? So because of that heat, it will give effect to the ram. Okay, so here there is no direct contact between ram as well as billet. Is nothing but workpiece. Okay, there is no contact in between. So how pressure is transferring take place to the workpiece? So that is with the help of liquid. Okay, liquid is using here. So initially ram is moving from left side to right side, so applying pressure to the liquid. So that whatever pressure is applied with the help of ram, that pressure is applied to the workpiece. That pressure is applied to the workpiece. Because of that pressure, metal will be squeezed outside. Okay, metal will be squeezed outside. So this process is called as hydrostatic extrusion process. Hydrostatic extrusion process. In normal extrusion process, what is that? Direct extrusion process. Here, tell me.
Ram will push this liquid, sir. That
Yes.
time it will go.
Yes.
But sir, here it is given fluid, no sir. See in this diagram.
So actually in diagram it is mentioned that liquid. Okay, liquid. So it is not possible to show the liquid properly, right? So they mention like this. Okay, so this is nothing but liquid, not fluid. So here mentioned fluid. So actually liquid, hydrostatic is nothing but hydral is nothing but liquid state. So fluid also you can use, okay, fluid also you can use here. So fluid is nothing but, why we can't use fluid? Because so air is nothing but, which density is higher, air or liquid? Liquid density is higher. So here liquid, if you use a liquid, then whatever pressure we are applying with the help of ram, so all pressure we can transfer to the workpiece. But in place of air, so what happened, we are applying some out pressure to the air. So what happened, compressibility factor of air is higher compared to liquid. Why? Because its density is less. So because of that, it is not effective. Air is not effective full. Why? Because it will compress, that air will be compressed, so much pressure is not applying to the workpiece. That's why we are using liquid. Understood? So density of liquid is higher compared to air, so that compressibility factor of liquid is less compared to air. So compressibility factor is nothing but, if you apply pressure, it will compress, air will be compressed, but liquid won't much compress. Understood? Liquid won't much compress. Okay, so that's why we are used here liquid form, okay, not air form. So air is nothing but less amount of pressure is applied to the billet, so that squeezing is not possible in fully, okay, extruded shape is not possible correctly. So that's why we are using liquid part here. So liquid part, in with the help of ram we are applying pressure, so that pressure is directly applied to the billet with the help of that liquid. So because of that, metal will be squeezed outside, a required shape of extruded part you will get. This process is called as hydrostatic extrusion process. Understood? Hydrostatic extrusion process.
Sir, we are
Dense.
using fluid. That fluid will cool down that red hot metal, sir.
Yes. It
So
may
how
happen.
we will get extruded shape?
So here they are using cold extrusion process. Cold extrusion is nothing but what? So metal is cooling temperature only, right? So cooling temperature also. So much pressure is required. Okay, so much pressure is required. So more pressure is we are applying with the help of this ram, so that whatever pressure is applying, that will be transferring through this liquid. Okay.
Okay.
So here cold extrusion process, hot extrusion is not possible, hydrostatic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So any doubt?
No, sir.
So next one is defect in extrusion process. Defect in extrusion process. So three defect may occurs during the extrusion process. One is center burst. Okay, center burst. So center burst defect is an internal crack. It is similar to that of internal crack that develops as a result of tensile stress along the center line of the workpiece. So tensile, because of that less tensile stressors. So because of the tensile stresses, because of lack in tensile stresses, the center burst will occur. This is one of the defect in extrusion process. Tensile stress is nothing but what? Elongation of the material. Elongation of the material. So elongation of the material here, there is no elongation of the material. Why? Because we are applying pressure. So because of that, high tensile stresses will not occur. Because of that, center burst will occur. That is one of the defect in extrusion process. Next one is piping defect. So piping defect is nothing but it is the association with the direct extrusion process, where the formation of a sinkhole at the end of the billet take place. Okay, so what happened? So piping structure, so proper deformation of the metal is not formed. Okay, so that is called as piping shape of structure will be occurs at the end of the process. Okay, at the end of the process, piping shape you will get. That is one of the defect, that is called as piping defect. Okay, piping defect. Next, third one is surface cracking. Surface cracking will occur because of that high stresses. So we are applying maximum stress with the help of ram. So because of that, stress in the metal will be increases. Sometime surface cracking problem may occur. So that how to avoid this surface cracking, we should heat the metal properly, then we can avoid this surface cracking problem. So this is also defect in extrusion process is not so important. For information I have given. Okay, so center burst, piping, and surface cracking. So this completes your fourth module. Okay, fourth module is completed. So today's class we discuss about drawing process as well as extrusion process. In fourth module, what are the concept we discuss? First one is forming process. So forming is nothing but what? Definition of forming. Second one is what? Forging. So types of forging and the equipment which are used for forging and defects in forging, everything we already seen. Next one is rolling process. Rolling process, different types of rolling process: 2 high mill, 3 high mill, cluster mill, planetary mill, Sandismeyer mill. So these are the different varieties of rolling operation we already seen. So next, defects in rolling and variables in rolling process. Next one is drawing operation. So drawing, different types of drawing operation, what is drawing operation, and the variables of drawing operation and defects in drawing operation we already seen. And extrusion process, types of extrusion process: direct extrusion, indirect extrusion, hot extrusion, cold extrusion, and hydrostatic extrusion and impact extrusion. So these are the varieties of extrusion we already studied, and defect in extrusion also we have seen. So next, coming to the question paper. Okay, this is last year question paper. You just see. So all of you know, right? So how to choose the questions? Okay, either you have to write full question of first one or full question of second one. Okay, so this is fourth module. So just read the question. List the difference between cold working and hot working. So difference between cold working as well as hot working you should write. Okay, what are the difference? That carries 6 marks. And what is forging? So definition of forging, and explain the board hammer with sketch. So what is that? Board hammer we already discussed, right? So difference you should study and write. Okay, so cold working as well as hot working. Cold working is nothing but what happened, how much, we already discussed in the class itself. Okay, so that difference you should write. And what is forging? So definition of forging, and explain the working of board hammer with sketch. Okay, explain of board hammer with sketch. So that we already discussed. Explain the working of board hammer with the sketch. So board hammer is there with the help of two roller. Two roller will be rotating with the help of motor. The board hammer will be attached to the ram. So ram is connected to the die, and upper die is moving downward direction. I'm applying pressure to the workpiece, and you will get the required shape. Okay, not required shape, it is mainly used to reduce the dimension of the workpiece. Okay, so that is nothing but board hammer. So it is there in textbook, you just refer. And next question is, with the sketch explain 2 high rolling mill and planetary rolling mill. So these two concepts also we already discussed in the last class. Okay, so next, how the extrusion process are classified. How the extrusion process are classified. Write a short note on difference between direct and indirect extrusion. Very simple. Just now we already discussed the difference between direct as well as indirect is nothing but explanation. Okay, so next, with a neat sketch, explain the wire drawing process. So wire drawing process also, with the help of sketch you should explain the process. Okay, process. So next one is, explain the defects of extruded product. So last one, extruded product, it is also asked in the previous year question paper. Okay, defects in extrusion process. One is center burst, piping, and surface cracking process. So all information is there in the shared textbook. Please refer. Okay, and also first assignment question you just note down. So first assignment question you just note down. With sketch explain. All of you note down the first assignment question. With sketch explain 2 high rolling mill and planetary rolling mill. 2 high rolling mill as well as planetary rolling mill. Taken the question?
Yes, sir.
Wait, sir.
Okay. With sketch explain 2 high rolling mill and planetary rolling mill. Next question. What is forging and explain the working of board hammer with sketch? What is forging and explain the working of board hammer with sketch? Next, third one. List the difference between cold working and hot working. These are the three questions for assignment 1. Okay, list the difference between cold working and hot working. What is forging and explain the working of board hammer with the sketch, and with the sketch explain two high rolling mill and planetary rolling mill.
Sir, when to submit, sir?
So this is 1 week time I will give you. Okay, so when you will submit, tell me. So just three questions.
Sir, separate book we have to maintain or
what?
Separate book we have to maintain for assignment.
Yes, 100-page notebook you should maintain. So, and it carries marks also, assignment marks. All of you know, right? So assignment marks is there. So you just submit next Monday. Okay, before next Monday you should submit. The date is 10. Okay, so date is 10. So a very very simple question also. So before 10, all of you submit in Google Classroom.
What
Okay.
is the third question?
Third question, same thing. List the difference between cold working as well as hot working. 3 question, ABC. Okay, ABC 3 question. List the difference between hot working and cold working process. What is forging? Explain the working of board hammer with sketch, and with the sketch explain two high rolling mill and planetary rolling mill. Here difference between cold working and hot working is nothing but hot working explanation as well as cold working explanation. Okay, understood, right? Any doubt in 4th module? Any doubt in 4th module?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So all of you write, maintain 100-page notebook and write in a 100-page notebook and take a snapshot and submit in Google Classroom. Okay, so submit in Google Classroom. Once the college reopen, you submit that book to my chamber also. Okay, so all of you submit that assignment book also. Understood, right? So these are the probability questions. This is last year question paper. Okay, this is last year question paper, and one more question paper I will show you now. So that is this one. So this is 2019 question paper. Okay, so give the brief classification of metal forming process. Okay, classification of metal forming process. So next, what is forging, and explain basic equipment of forging process, and with the need sketch explain types of rolling mill. Okay, so types of rolling mill. So is nothing but what are the rolling mill is they available. You just mention and sketch. Okay, with the need sketch explain the types of rolling mill. So in that situation, explain any two rolling mill. Okay, explain any two rolling mill. First list all the different types of rolling mill and explain any two rolling mill operation. 2 high roll mill, 3 high roll mill, so many types is there, right? In that at least you should explain 2 rolling mill operation. Okay, so next one is with a sketch explain wire drawing operation. Wire drawing is I already explained. Explain various types of extrusion process. Types of extrusion process, direct, indirect, impact. So different types. Okay, so these are the 2 question papers. Any doubt in 4th module? So next class onwards I will start module 5, that is also forming process, sheet metal forming operation. Okay, sheet metal forming operation. Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.